Hey YouTube, it's me once again, your boy RKL2582, here to do a 2-for-1 video right here. I'm gonna give my raw review for September 30th, 2013, and of course this coming Sunday's WWE Battleground pay-per-view predictions. And I just wanted to give a little brief thoughts about last week's Raw, since I didn't do a Raw review last week, since I was getting ready for, of course, Anime Weekend in Atlanta, which I went to this past weekend, and I had a great time, and I really needed to go. It was like therapy for me. And last week's Raw was an alright show, and I'm happy it was in CM Punk's hometown. And I mean, I like the Dan Bryan, or of course, I mean other things and stuff. So I thought it was a good show overall. But let's get on to this week's show. Alright, we kicked off with CM Punk, and he talked about I can be unpredictable sometimes, and he's like letting the crowd like chant Ryback sucks, and he's like I'm ready to drop the line on Heyman and stuff, and then here comes Brad Murdoch still reminding us that he's the Raw GM. And then he's like, take it easy, Punk. And then Biggie Langston returns, and then he's like, aggression, like I'm your guy, and then boom, starts beating down Punk, and Max gets a referee, and then we set Big E versus CM Punk, and no surprise, CM Punk beats Big E Langston with the GTS, and that's how we kicked off Monday Night Raw. So you had Kofi Kingston go up against Fandango, and yeah, and Kofi Kingston gets the victory with Trouble in Paradise on Fandango. But after the match, you had the Wyatt family pretty much giving Kofi Kingston the heads up and stuff. So I'm hearing reports that this might lead to an impromptu match at this Sunday's Battleground. Kofi Kingston against Bray Wyatt, but we'll see. Oh, and then finally, after weeks and weeks of hype, we have the Los Matadores. Ole! Yeah, had to do it. And from what I saw, I was like, what the fuck? This the little boy, I'm like, oh god. I think that's the only good thing about Los Matadores. Yeah, and I know it's Primo and Epico, and yes, during the match with 3MB, I heard some Primo chants. I'm like, I would not be surprised if they would do this on a weekly basis, just knowing that I don't see this Los Matadores lasting too long. Sure, it'll be hot for a couple weeks, but then after a while, like they'll start getting bored with them. So at least the match was decent, and Los Matadores gets the victory, and hopefully, yeah. All right, now we get on to the segment that I really enjoyed this week's Raw, the Rhodes family summit segment. Of course, Triple H and Stephanie McMahon were ass kissing Rhodes like nobody's business, and then they pretty much gave the Rhodes an ultimatum, saying like, if Cody Rhodes and Goldust beat the tag team champions, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, yes, and yeah, the tag team titles are on the line. If they beat those two, then they'll get their job back. But if they don't win, not only Rhodes and Goldust won't get their jobs back, Dusty Rhodes will lose his job, which he has at NXT. As Rhodes right here, he was awesome when he spoke up. He was like, he got up in Stephanie's face, hand in her face, and I heard Stephanie did not like that, but Stephanie needs to shut the hell up, stop getting her pants in the bunch. That made it even better, and he got up in Triple H's face and like, I'll be your Huckleberry all night long. Dusty Rhodes, man, the American Dream. He's still awesome on the mic. He's still good. He's one of those people you need to shut up and listen. You feel me? And then, of course, Stephanie gives the wink, like, be careful what you wish for. Like, you just might get it. Itch for a fight. And boy, she meant those words. The Shield jumped the Rhodes family and stuff. And I'm, oh. So hopefully at Battleground, I would cheer the Rhodes family super hard to get their jobs back. So can't wait for that match at Battleground. So you had Curtis Axel, your Intercontinental Champion, against R-Truth. And pretty much I thought Curtis Axel was going to win something, but sadly, but Punk theme plays, and then Archie takes advantage, and then he wins. So that pretty much leads into this Sunday's Battleground. Archie's getting his Intercontinental title shot against Curtis Axel, and next we had Brie Bella, who's a face now apparently. Went up against Alicia Fox, and then Brie Bella wins with her Bella Buster or X Factor, whatever you want to call it, and then we had Zack Ryder, yeah, Zack Ryder on television, people, against my favorite world champion, Alberto Del Rio. Oh, off that man, you hear me? Yeah, but I'm no surprise Del Rio wins with the cross arm breaker. Of course, he got to look strong going into this Sunday's WWE Battleground pay-per-view world title match against RVD in a hardcore rules match. So, yeah. And then, of course, we lead on to Heyman and Ryback. Of course, yeah, a segment proposal. And I know a lot of people were uncomfortable with this. I thought this was kind of funny, yet I could understand them being a little uncomfortable because when Heyman was on down to one knee, like I was just like, you kidding me, right? And he's like, will you be my Paul Heyman guy? I thought it was just. I'm enjoying this Heyman Ryback stuff. I don't know about you guys. I think it's actually entertaining. At least Ryback's doing something. And just when Ryback was about to give his answer, which we pretty much know what the answer is going to be, CM Punk's music plays once again because CM Punk's music was playing all through the night, and then CM Punk was about to jump over and then he hurt his knee and stuff, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm like, cause I've been hearing about CM Punk been working through his injuries as of late, so I'm like, oh man, and then when the final doctors came up and then he faked him and the Kendo State are beating the crap out of Ryback and stuff, and everybody cursed Axel. And I have to give Punk credit. He sold me on that. I bought into that. So I have to give Punk kudos to that. So that's why Punk is awesome. So way to go, Punk. You sold me, man. Next, you had the Usos, who are the number one contenders for the tag team titles. I totally forgot. And Dolph Ziggler go up against the Shield once again. I have to say, up to this point, Raw was just, but this was actually another good thing I liked about Raw this week. That was a good six-man tag, and despite the Usos, Ziggler giving it their all, the Shield once again, proved why they're good as they are. And next you had Santino Marella and until Cesaro once again, and I see, and Cesaro's been doing that epic swing again, so I have to give Cesaro credit on that. He is legit pound for pound one of the strong, if not the strongest dude on the roster. And then Morello wins with the cradle. I'm like, what the fuck? I thought Cesaro was actually gonna win for once, but Santino Morello wins, and then we get to the final segment of the night. You have Randy Orton, of course, and my boy Daniel Bryan. Yes! 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 So, yeah, of course, Orton was trying to piss off Daniel Bryan, talking about, Brie and bringing their real life situation. Of course, Daniel Bryan and Brie are engaged in real life, which I'm congratulating for because I actually like them as a couple, surprisingly. Yeah, and then Brian's like, you may be marketable. He's like, but at the same time, I'm gonna prove to you why I should be still WWE champ. And then, of course, once again, Orton pisses off, and then they brawl and stuff, and then outside, and then Brie comes out, and I was thinking, oh god, tell me that Orton's not gonna do what he did to Stephanie a couple years back, DT. I mean, I thought that's what he was going to do or something, but I'm like, but maybe they're leading up to that, so yeah. So Bree's now in the mix. So I mean, I understand why she's in the mix, but at the same time, I'm kind of iffy on that. So I don't know if she should be in the mix because she's pretty much in harm's way. She's kind of like a distraction to D Bride. I want D Bride to be focused. You know what I'm saying? So we end with Randy Orton decimating my Daniel Bryan, RKO on the table after DDT and stuff. So we're starting to see the Viper of old, and yeah, it's gonna lead into this Sunday's WWE title match, vacated by the way. Yeah. So who will win that championship? So overall, I thought Raw this week was. I thought they could have done a better job going into this Sunday's WWE Battleground because I know a lot of people aren't looking too forward to WWE Battleground. Yeah, because it's only like what a 2, 3 match card that people are interested in. So So like I said, Raw this week, they could have done a better job. And I hate that there's so many pay-per-views, 3 pay-per-views all this month, and next month you have that, Hell in a Cell, and Survivor Series. Yeah, it's gonna be a hectic, pay-per-view stuff. So, and now on to my WWE Battleground pay-per-view prediction. Alright, here we go with my WWE Battleground pay-per-view predictions for this Sunday. Before I get onto the main card, you have the kickoff match with Dolph Ziggler and your current Money in the Bank winners, Damian Sandow, who I see winning this match. I think it's obvious that Dolph Ziggler's getting this because, let's face it, they're making Damian Sandow lose to people just because he's Money in the Bank. And personally, I want Damian Sandow to win the match, but yeah, he's gonna lose. So I see Dolph Ziggler for the win. And now on to the main card. We have, like I said in my review, Kurt Axel defends the Intercontinental Championship against R-Truth. Like I said, R-Truth beat Kurt Axel this past Monday on Raw. Yeah, pretty much. It's obvious that Kurt Axel's retaining. I mean, finally they're letting Kurt Axel defend the Intercontinental Championship. I can't remember the last time he defended the IC title. And I hate what they're doing to Kurt Axel. And I kind of see why most people aren't into Kurt Axel. So Kurt Axel for the win. Alright, next you had my sweet, my baby, your Divas champion, AJ Lee going up against Brie Bella for Divas Championship. Is it me or did it look like AJ was gonna look like she was gonna face Natalia for the Divas title, but they decided to scrap that plan and give it to Brie Bella because of course Brie Bella got the victory on AJ in that tag match. So yes, that leads to this. And then I'm hearing that Eva Marie's gonna um go with Brie Bella this Sunday, and of course AJ got the backup of her own Tamina. So so it's obvious that AJ is gonna retain. I don't see Brie Bella winning this, and I don't. As much as I'm starting to like Brie Bella after Told Diva, which I don't have a problem with her, but I do not want her to win the championship. I want AJ to retain. You hear me? So AJ for the win, of course. All right. You have Cody Rhodes, a gold against Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns of the Shield, and of course the stipulation is if Cody Rhodes and Goldust wins, they get their jobs back, plain and simple. But if they don't win, not only they can't come back to WWE, their dad Dusty Rhodes loses his job. Currently, he has the tour system at NXT. So I'm actually looking forward to this, and I'm so happy that Cody Rhodes and Goldust on the same team. I never thought in a long time you would see that, and the fact and Dusty Rhodes in their corner too, the Rhodes family assembled. That's genius, and I know if my dad was still with us, he would be surprised to see all the Rhodes family together. He would be ecstatic. So I know, Dad, this is for you, and I hope Cody Rhodes and Goldust wins this match, and I think they will. So I can't wait for this match. Next, you have CM Punk versus Ryback. It's funny, almost a year ago, Ryback was the face and CM Punk was the heel WWE champion. And funny, what a difference a year makes. So now the roles are reversed. So Punk's the face and Ryback's the heel this time. So yeah, I know a lot of people aren't looking forward to this match. Well, I hope they could do a good job because their history. Yeah, because so I think Ryback's gonna win this one. I mean, I don't know, but I mean, if Punk wins, I'll be happy. But I think Ryback's gonna win because it wouldn't make sense if Punk wins because he's on this downward spiral because he's still trying to get payment and stuff. So, and I wouldn't be surprised if Courage gets involved too. So I'm thinking Ryback's gonna take this one. All right. Then you have the Hardcore Rules match for the World Heavyweight Championship. You have Alberto Del Rio against Rob Van Dam. Of course, this is like RVD's match. This is like his battleground. And so I'm actually a little intrigued and stuff for this match. I think, and I'm happy they added stipulation because if it was just another world title match, I wouldn't be at least interested. It's no secret that I'm not a big fan of either of these guys, but I think this should be a really good world title match. And I pretty much expect Del Rio to retain because from what I'm hearing that RVD's contract situation is almost up and he's supposed to be taking a hiatus or something like that. And I'm also hearing that I'm hoping this is true. I'm hoping Damon Sal might finally do a cash in. Maybe I hope so. I don't know, but we'll see. Son, I would totally like that. And of course, they might make RVD win the title for a minute, and Damien can cash in on. Which I mean, I would totally mark out for that because I'll be real. I have not got behind the world championship since Sheamus lost the belt, and I want to get behind the world championship. You hear me? It's been almost a year, people, a freaking year. Give me a world champion that I want to give a damn about, okay? So I see maybe Del Rio winning, or it could go either way in this. And now on to the main event. So you have Daniel Bryan, yes, 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 against the the reborn Viper Randy Orton for the WWE Championship vacated, by the way. Of course, at Night Champions, I was just like any other D-Bar fan, marking out, chanting yes, 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 and he won the WWE title back, which surprisingly, but of course, they got on with the fast count, and then Triple H had no choice but to strip him of the title and hence this matchup at Battleground. So up to this point, we had no WWE champion, and pretty much ever since then, Daniel Bryan's been trying very hard to get the belt back, and of course, Randy Orton's starting to become the Viper of old. You know, being the remorseless, sick, twisted we all used to know back in '09, '10 ish. So I know these two are gonna have a good match. They always do. So I wonder if Bree's gonna get in this, and maybe she might not. So who I see winning this pains me to say. I think Randy Orton's going to win this, and I think he's going to have the belt for a while. I don't see this belt flip flopping after Battleground Sunday, but so I see sadly Randy Orton becoming WWE champion once again. So and being it for a while, I'm hearing reports that Daniel Bryan might get the belt maybe around WrestleMania time. I don't know, or they're saying he could win the Rumble next year. I don't know. So I'm like, there's a lot of stuff. So who I see winning this? Randy Orton. And that was my WWE Battleground pay-per-view predictions for this Sunday. So I'm hoping the pay-per-view will do good, but I don't think it's gonna. I'll be surprised if it does decent. So but I'm still looking forward to pay-per-view because, of course, my friends will be there, and I'm going to watch it at my hot spot at Buffalo Wild Wings. So, anyway, this is your boy RKL2582 signing off, and take care.